So I went through the Porsche service manual, and all of these are 10 millimeters, and they all get torqued down to 8 Newton meters or 6 foot-pounds. So that's what I torqued these guys down to. And now I can start to get this cable out of the way. And I can put the cover back on. So I have the cover back on. I put the 2 small bolts in there, and then the 2 larger bolts go down there. I didn't find any torque specs on them, so I tightened these down to 6 foot-pounds. Okay, so let's put the rollers back on. First one I'm going to start with is the part number 944-103-123-02. And that guy goes right down here. Now I did clean it up. I also coated it with a little white lithium grease on the inside and out. So just need to slide this guy on. It's keyed in properly. Slide it there and one down. So with the camshaft gear put on, we're going to move up here to the balance shelf gear. I cleaned it, put some white lithium grease on it. And how that one gets put back together is basically I just find the TDC mark on top there, and then this notch fits right in that bottom piece right there. This guy goes on top. This bolt goes in, and then slide it on there like so, and make sure that this top dead center mark lines up with this top dead center mark, and then tighten it down. So let me get the torque specs. So I got this back on, set it to top dead center. The torque spec on this is 45 Newton meters or 33 foot-pounds. So all these 17 millimeter bolts will be 33 foot-pounds. And let's move on to the next one. Okay, so here's a view of the new parts. I will now be putting on the deflection or guide pulley. And goes right here. There is no timing mark on this guy, so I'll just need to torque it down to the 33 foot-pounds or the 45 Newton meter. This is the 17 millimeter, so I'll do that now. And actually, let me get you the old part number. I don't think you can see it, but well, maybe. Yeah, I'm not even going to attempt it. Part number is F as in Foxtrot 209123-1. Got her back in place, got that tightened down to 33 foot-pounds, and she's spinning nicely. Other one's all squared away. Let's move on to the next guy. Okay, so they call this part number the timing belt gear. When I do a Google search for the 944-105-12703, this is the replacement that came in the package. Now, yes, there is a right way and a wrong way to put this on. Just make sure that this stuff's pointing outwards towards you, and of course don't lose your nut and washer. So that guy got that greased up, gets slid right on there. I'll do that and torque it down. Alright, so I have the belt tensioner or the gear back on, and it is time to put the timing belt back on. So I'm going to slide that on, and then I'll put the guide rail on. Okay, so I have my timing belt off. I actually took the roller I just put on off. And so the routing of it, I went from here, ran it up over that way, over the teeth, or that way, made sure my timing marks are good. Back down over the water pump and under here. And so what I did is I believe I have it tightened. They say is right around just when you can hit 90 degrees but can't go further, and that's really where that is right now. And for me to tighten it by myself, I just basically screwed this down to where it was snug, and then I could just adjust it a little by little, tighten it up. Once I got it correct, tighten this guy down to 33 foot-pounds. Now I need to put the roller back on and the, I forget what that metal piece is called. Hold on, timing guide rail. So I'll do that now. So I got my crankshaft pulley nice and cleaned up, and it's time to slide her in there. And this is keyed as well, so it just goes on there and then gets pushed in. That's it. Okay, so now I'm going to grab the new, I believe this is a tensioner roller. I'm not sure what this part is called. I'll have to double check and look it up. But I do know where it goes. And this guy just slides on here like so. And you just put your washer. And yeah, there we go. Slide the nut on it. And I'm going to leave it loose and torque it down once I have the belt on. Okay, so I got the balance shaft belt roller back on, and let's see if I can. Okay, so looks like we're a little bit shy top, not top dead center, but even. So slide that guy on right there, and then screw this on. This will get tightened down to 33 foot-pounds of torque as well, and we'll move on to the next one. Okay, so I got this gear roller on. The timing mark, perfect, is lined up. And now, the next one I need to do is slide that guy on right there. And let me get the nut and washer for it. And then I should be able to slide the belt on. So I will, get this nut screwed on here, and we'll get the belt and go from there. Alright, so I slid the power steering pulley back on with the 24mm bolt, and I'm going to tighten this down to 155 foot-pounds or 210 Newton meters, and we will continue on with the belt.